Good evening and welcome to a long-awaited, long overdue YouTube Live. How's everyone this evening? Hope you're all well. Just going to do a real random quick YouTube Q&A tonight, maybe for about an hour or so. Obviously, I know a lot of you guys have reached out and sort of said, you know, how am I doing? What's happening here at the HQ? So I thought we'll do ourselves a quick YouTube Live. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on my man in the chair, Mac. Mac is my tech guy, so we're going to bring on Mac. Let's bring him on.
Let's go, Mac. Guy. I'm good, mate. I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, mate. Good to see you in full HD. So it's great to see Mac in full HD.
Full 1080? Full 1080, mate.
1080. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
So let's just have a look at a few of our early birds. So we've got Jack. Jack seems to be always early into the chat. So hello, Jack. We got Paul over at PMC. We got Alice. We got Mike over at MKR Recessives. Michael's just done a podcast with Gary at Vivid Skin. So if you've not watched it yet, get over to Vivid Skin Reptile's YouTube channel and give that a watch. We've obviously got Simon Miller's ship here in the house. We've got Red Dragon Pythons. We got Lynn. We got Justin over at Ballerama. We got Houston Herbs. We got Mike's Morphs. Chris over at CBR Reptiles. Kraken Balls. And we got Michael over at Excite. Great to see Michael. Thanks for joining. Michael's actually early tonight, Mac.
I know. I did see that Michael was here. I was just. I'm glad I'm sitting down, if I'm being honest, that he's here this early.
Michael's joined us. Yeah, that's great. We've got Green Room Pythons. We've got David Wilson. We've got James Robinson. Hope you're all well. So just thought we'd do a quick Q&A tonight before we get into the questions that have been sent over. I just want to give a massive shout out to a sponsor, which is Boss Rat. Absolutely awesome frozen rodents. If you're in the UK and you're looking for frozen rodents, make sure you're following them on Instagram, Facebook, and give them a shout and check out their website. Also, I want to give a massive shout out to the fantastic substrate that most of us use here in the UK, which is Reptile. It gets sold out that quick, but we have got some coming back into stock for those who are Patreons. And also I want to give a massive shout out to Dragon Hatch trays. If you haven't got Dragon Hatch trays, don't substitute yourself for anything less than Dragon Hatch trays. So get over there and get yourself some Dragon Hatch trays. And if you're lucky, you may get yourself some limited edition balls to you green ones left. So we've got a few that have just joined us. Lindsay, we've got New Gene Balls, Chris Dunn. So yeah, good evening. Hope you're all well.
Let's not forget Mel, David, CD Royals, New Gene Balls.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Mel.
Yeah. Lots of people joining us.
Yeah. That's great.
You can't forget the sales team, mate. They won't have that.
No, definitely not the sales team, mate. Got to look after the sales team.
They won't have that at all.
Hope everyone's well. Just thought I'd fill you guys in what's been going on. Mark is my guy who deals with a lot of the tech stuff on the Patreon side of stuff as well. So Mac is like my man in the chair, if you like. So the man in the chair is Mac. If you're not following Mac over at Mac Family Morphs on Instagram, get over there and give him a follow. Be much appreciated. Mac's first season is coming up, so he's very excited. Also, you got in the background as well, which you can't see, is Steph, his other half, Mrs. Mac. And Archie, who should be currently tucked up in bed. There's the Archie.
He's tucked up in bed. I kept him up all day today, and I've run him off his feet just to make sure he stays down tonight for my YouTube debut.
That's
good. Down and out for the count.
That's cool. So we got who else we got joining us? We got Daniel. We've got. I've said hello to Houston Herbs. Ross Pond and Jason Millard. I think I said hello to Jason, but anyway, so long and short of it, what's been going on here at the HQ? Basically, we've had a real late season. Everything's still sort of going. Everything's still waiting to lay. Really enjoying this season. It's a bit strange for me being this late, but it is what it is. We've got Hey Richie Royals has just joined us, and Ryan. Good evening. So yeah, everything's going really well here at the HQ. Just trusting the procedure, just following the breeding cycle. I listen to the females and watch them do their thing. So I think there's a lot of people out there, Mac, who are having a bit of a late season.
The only thing I'm hearing at the minute is anyone else's female holding onto them eggs.
Yeah.
Nobody seems to be letting go of the eggs. The amount of people that say that their breeding's later than usual.
Yeah.
The Discord day in, day out is just people are late.
Yeah, 100%. Get Hist is in the house as well. Good evening. For those who don't know, I've had an operation on my arm. That's why I haven't been putting out much content on YouTube. It's been very difficult to sort of show the snakes with just one arm, but my arm is currently in rehab and we are getting better, which is absolutely awesome. So
Daniel's asking if you could ask for some advice, Gav.
Of course you can, mate. You can either drop a question here or you can DM me on Instagram, and I will try my best to answer your questions. So there are some cutting videos coming out soon with some interesting babies in there. So again, stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please subscribe. I really do appreciate it. Celtic Balls has joined us. Good evening.
All the way from the US of A.
Do you know what? Happy 4th of July to everyone in the US. And anyone else who obviously I know it's in the US, but anyone else who may celebrate Independence Day, whether you're in the US or outside the US, you may be from America, but you're in another country. Happy 4th of July. So the question, I've had 9 clutches that have hatched so far this year, but my season usually lasts all year anyway. Okay, that's interesting to see. I mean, mine tends to sort of run a little bit early, normally around about March, April. I tend to get the first clutch pipping. But yeah, it's one of them. It's strange. It's really strange. I think the weather's had a lot to do with it here in the UK. We haven't really had a decent winter. It's been real mild considering, don't you think, Mac? It's not. We
haven't had a winter.
Yeah,
we haven't had a winter. The dogs have normally they drive us nuts all winter and have been quite relaxed.
Yeah, we've got Prestige Pythons. Thanks for joining, James. So yeah, real late, sort of strange season. Again, the weather I think's got a lot to do with it. Again, it is what it is. You've just got to trust the females, And the summer really, I think in the UK, again, normally we have 4 weeks of solid, sun and this and the other, but we've had, showers, storms. It's been really crazy over here at the minute. So hopefully next year we have a decent
Wild
season.
Racks in the house.
Oh, good evening, Wild Racks. Ewan McGregor's here. Sorry, Ewan McDonald. Why did I say McGregor? McDonald's in the house. So just cracking on. The next clutch that is due to hatch here at the HQ will be the first ever bang clutch outside of the UK, outside of the US. So I'm really excited to see what pops out of that. So I'm excited, but I'm nervous as well, Mac. I'm kind of like,
I know. I can't wait to come over and see them.
Yeah, 100%, mate. It's crazy. So
I think we've got a few clutches to update as well, actually.
Yes, we have, mate. We have.
We'll get them updated soon as well.
So I've got my first babies pipping as we speak. I'm made up. Congratulations. Hopefully it's everything you want and more. We are approaching our last. So this is James. We are approaching our last female to lay for the season. Cool. So it looks like you guys are on point over there. We got Nick Rawcliffe said hello. Good evening. Black Shadow Pythons. With the cost, it's a good question. With the cost of living crisis, do you think it will affect ball python market? Me personally, I think, I don't think it will. I think let's put it like this: when we're all in COVID, no one could go anywhere, no one could do anything, so everyone had a lot of money to spend. So if we compare to the last year when everyone was in lockdown and in COVID, it will probably not be the best year compared to that year. But I think it will just fall back onto line because, a lot of people, a lot of breeders I was talking to were reporting record sales. Again, more people not being able to go out, go and spend the money on holiday. They were able to invest in projects, in animals, which they couldn't normally get because obviously they were spending the money going on holiday, which is rightfully so. So I think the market will slow down. I don't think, it's anything to panic about. If you're just concentrating on your collection and you're breeding for yourself and selling the byproduct, I think you guys will do okay. Again, if you guys are like unique boutique breeders, again, I think everything will be okay. I just think it will just fall back in line, is my personal opinion.
Ross Pond is asking the chances of a reptile show down south in the UK from what I'm reading, but they all seem to be in Doncaster. And I've just seen Bristol Bulls in the bottom there dropping about the SWC show, which Max has just confirmed tonight for us in Discord, hasn't he?
Yeah, so the SWC show will be going ahead, which I'm really excited about, and I'm a massive supporter of the SWC guys who put on the show. They do a fantastic job, and I think it's the way the shows ought to go moving forward. So here in the UK, we used to have 4 big shows a year. That's kind of stopped now. They are looking at relocating, going somewhere else, but as of yet, nothing's in the pipeline. So I believe smaller shows are probably needed. Again, ticket only, members only, not open to the public, just breeder shows for breeders. I think that's the way forward. So there will be one coming around soon.
That's Saturday the 15th of October is the date.
Yep, definitely. So so we've got ridiculous reptiles. Hello, everyone. Good evening. So we've got a question. I've done a pairing Coral Glow Mojave to a butter. What's my best way to see if I've hit a 3-gene animal? Obviously, those who don't know, Mojave and butter will make a white snake. Some people say you can use a black light, but unfortunately, it's not going to be able to show up the Coral Glow. So unfortunately, in my knowledge, there's no way of finding that out. But I know in America, they are doing shed testing, where you can send off the snake shed and they will do a genetic test to see what genes are involved, even if it's het for something. So there's always that possibility. But again, I don't know how reliable that is and if you're in the US or not, Jason. So it's something to consider. But other than that, mate, it's probably breeding it out. The one way you can be sure, I suppose, if you think about it, if the Coral Glow is a male maker or a female maker, if the animal turns out to be male and it's a Coral Glow that's a male maker, that's another good way of telling whether or not, if it turns out to be a male, it's a strong possibility that it's going to have Coral Glow in it. So again, that's another way of testing that. Mike's morphs. I've got 3
I think the most important message is just come in there.
Sorry?
From, the most important message has just come in there from Kerry. Lakai says, "Love you, Daddy."
Bless him.
SPR's Graham Moore. Hybrid Morphs. You joining us? Ridiculous Reptiles. Hit that like, please, guys. What a shout.
Yeah, definitely hit that like.
Will the Coral Glow have pink eyes?
Not sure. Not sure. Yeah, just
SPR hopes, to be honest, the shed to find out the genes is not something issue.
Sorry, guys, just threw me there.
SPR's mindset is that the genetic testing could take something away from the hobby about proving genes out.
Mm. Yeah. Jordan's here. Good evening, Jordan. Craig at Crack and Balls is here. Hybrid morphs.
Green Room Python saying that they're only working on a couple of genes at this point, I think. It would be interesting if we could find out what genes they actually were working with. I don't know if that's been disclosed anywhere yet. I thought it was more for sex of the animal, but obviously I learned last week on the Patreon live that they are doing the genetics for the genes as well.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice to know if we can get a hide as the main one. Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see what they are working with.
Yeah, I got sent a picture. Justin was selling an animal on Morph Market it came from a posset pied breeding, and he'd done a gene a shed test, and it turned out that this animal was het pied. Now, again, how accurate that is, I don't know. It probably needs breeding just to be 100%. But yeah, it's a massive thing. And it could get rid of all those possets. Again, I don't know on cost. It could be costing, Mac. It could be, the costing is far outweighs the sale of the animal. I don't know.
David Wilson is just starting to breed ASAFs. How many colonies would you suggest for 20 adult bulls?
I'd always suggest if you've got 20 adult bulls, you want probably about 30 to 40 breeding females of ASFs. The reason being is it used to be with rats, you had one breeding female for every ball python, but rats grow up extremely quick and quicker than ASFs, and you kind of want to sort of double that. So I would sort of recommend 30 to 40 breeding ASF females for around about 20 ball pythons. That's what I would recommend.
Nice. I think we've got 8 colonies of 3s, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24 female, and I think we haven't even got 24 royals. Yeah. So we're on par with that.
Yeah, it's definitely, and again, during the winter, it can slow down with ASFs. So you need to keep them either at a constant temperature in your breeding room, or obviously just, expect that sort of drop during the winter.
Yeah.
So we've got a few more people joining us. Daniel, good evening. Sorry if I've missed you guys.
Hybrid morphs, I heard something about this a while ago. It was the yellow belly complex that they were talking about. That would be handy, wouldn't it just? Wouldn't it just?
I mean, in theory, once they've all coded the genetics of all the morphs, they'll be able to pinpoint a lot of stuff. So I think it's just going to take time.
Ridiculous reptiles. So for testing, albino, pied, lavender, ultramel, hypo, yellow belly, asphalt, spark, spectre, gravel. That's through the Eastern Michigan University here in the States. There are other people able to do tests as well.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And again, this sort of information, this is why, I like, being in touch with a lot of people overseas and seeing what's going on and finding out new things. And so it's great information, Ridiculous Reptiles. Thanks for sharing that with us, definitely.
Nice. David Wilson says, thank you, Gav.
Yeah, no worries, dude.
Daniel's joined us, but the others providing tests only have a few genes that they can test for at the moment. Nice. Lisa Richards. Hi, Lisa. Richmond. Oh, Richards. Yeah. Richmond. Ryan's got too many ASFs now. Imagine that, Ryan. Not like you were told.
Yeah.
And then Prestige is saying you can never have too many ASFs, which we all know to be true.
Yeah, definitely. It's like I said, during the winter, obviously, your production may will slow down, especially if you're in the UK. Obviously they are from Africa. They prefer, and again, their climate, even in their rainy season, it doesn't drop ridiculously cold other than at night. But during the day, it sort of heats back up again. So they do prefer, slightly warmer temperatures. So if you can keep them, slightly warmer temperatures during the winter, again, insulate your rat room or your rat barn, your rat shed, or your rat HQ, whatever you've got. If you can keep it nice and constant temperature, you won't get that dip during winter. But just be prepared for that.
Ryan, above 500 now. Well, if you need to get rid of any, mate, I'm sure there are plenty of people within the community that could do with a helping hand.
Yeah. There's a shortage of rodents over here at the moment.
I hope that's a clean drink, Gav.
Yes, mate. Yeah. Just
Good
Coke,
man.
mate. Tomorrow. So yeah, it's good.
What's the next clutch then that we've got to add to the list?
Dude, we need to check where we're at. So we need to go through. We've just had another clutch of bang stuff. So we bred the bang het clown to a red stripe yellow belly spot nose het clown. And I'm not obviously I'd love to hit the bang spot nose red stripe yellow belly clown. That's not my aim with that clutch. My aim was just to see like a red stripe bang, a spot nose bang. That's what that one's all about.
I think we're all sat here wanting to see these, Gav.
Oh yeah, you and me both, mate. Dude, trust me, I'm waiting for those heads to pop out, and then I'm on it.
I can imagine.
Yeah, so looking forward to that. So, any questions from anyone regarding breeding? If you're having problems with hatchlings, anything at all, please, guys, just put it down in the comment box, and I'll do my best to answer. But yeah, it's a strange old game. This is bang combos. Yeah, definitely.
I think that's the consensus, isn't it? That exact emoji is like bang on.
Yeah, there is an outside chance that we may be able to hit some bang pieds late this season. A very, very outside chance, but again, it's one of them. I'm not expecting anything this season. The Super Bang posset pied went off food, and I checked her follicle growth, and she was about 10 millimeters. So she was at the front of the tub looking for something. So again, I just introduced a pied male, and this pied male is one of my sort of my go-to males. He locked with her, and she's back on food. So we're going to keep an eye on her.
What's my first clutch likely to be? Wow. Okay, let's go back. Can't wait for the bang combos. My male will hopefully be ready later this year.
Yeah, good luck, nice. Nathan. Yeah, good luck. Nice. We're going to be showing people what can be done with the bang, that's for certain. So let's look at Matt's question for you, Mac.
So hopefully this coming October, it will be the start of my first season. I think there will be a fire het hypo pairing that will start in January. I think she normally goes.
Yeah.
Maybe like a yellow belly clutch. And a OD Woma het hypo project for Steph that she's working on. Yeah, so a few little things just to join that breeders club and get there.
Daniel from Dan's Balls. Really need to get my head back in the game. Yes, you do, Dan. Long time no speak. So New Gene Balls. Gav spoke to you briefly, Donny, and you mentioned that the Monarch may be allelic with lavender. Any news or details on this? What was the pairing, please, if you know? There's nothing. There's nothing conclusive yet. There's a breeder in the States who's got both genes floating around and in his collection, and he's managed to hit this sort of rainbowy coloured looking snake. He knows it's not rainbow, obviously, but it could be that it's an allelic reaction, the monarch and the lavender. But again, more testing is going to need to be done. You know, I don't have monarch, I don't have lavender. I may get monarch, I may get a lavender and try it for myself, so we know it's, you know, a visual to a visual, so we can just see what's going on. But again, we're still learning, you know, guys. We've only been breeding these in captivity properly for around just over 20 years. And like, we've only recently found out that chocolate and spot nose are allelic to each other. And, you know, there's still going to be a lot more that we're going to come across that we didn't know or we didn't realize. So it's exciting either way, whatever happens. You know, I'm really looking forward to seeing new stuff that we find in the hobby that could be allelic with different things. It just gives us a different avenue and a different color palette. Because if these animals that the breeder has got are what they are, and they are an allelic reaction between lavender and monarch, then it produces a real different looking snake. Again, really exciting, beautiful snake.
Thank you very much, SPR. David Wilson says, any pairing suggestions for a female het red exanthic lesser?
Yeah, I think you'd be mad not to take sort of het red probably into the clone project. It'd be good to see some het red exanthic clone combos. So probably take it down that route, start making your hets and then breeding them back and going for that sort of combination. Dropping leopard in there as well would make a massive difference. So possibly a leopard clone would work really well with that, David. Hope that gives you some food for thought. Thanks, Gavin. No worries, New Gene Balls. So I'll tell you another project, guys, I'm really excited for. Well, there's a couple of projects that I'm looking forward to. One of them is the rainbow. Rene over in Europe's done some fantastic stuff with rainbow, so I'm looking forward to that. Also, a friend of mine, Dave Palumbo, he's been working with rainbow for a while now, so he's making some real good stuff with that as well. So yeah, looking forward to that. And there's a possibility that I may be getting into the Stranger project this year, but I have to keep tuned to YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, because if I do, I'll let you guys know, and it ain't going to be a small package. Ridiculous reptiles. Any news on the Nessie gene? So the Nessie gene is still in my collection. I'm still working with it. I have, in fact, I have a female blackhead that came from the Nessie project, which doesn't look anything like the original dad. The original dad came from Ralph Davis Reptiles, which was a blackhead posset hypo, which I proved out to be 100%. And again, you know, really interesting females. I believe one of my Patreon members got the sister to her. Again, they look identical, but they look different from the dad. They're 100% blackhead. So the Nessie gene is still floating around. I'm just, again, there's a lot more genes. I'm trying to focus on a few projects. You know, I've still got the white cider floating around. I've got some beautiful animals that'll be breeding this season that I picked up from Richard over at Mutated Morphs. Unfortunately, he's getting out the hobby, so he made some beautiful white cider combos, females, which I brought off him. So I'm looking forward to producing from those females and pushing more the white cider stuff. What I tend to do is I tend not to overproduce or over focus on a project. I sort of just work with it. You know, I try to just enjoy it. I don't try to force it through. The white cider for me is a fantastic project. It is, I believe it is a calico line. It's not like a sugar line. It's completely different from a sugar. But again, we're still seeing stuff coming from it. And I'm really interested in that. So yeah, the Nessie gene is still there. It's still real. It's still floating around.
Candymania's just put her second clutch in the incubator after 8 years away from the hobby.
Wow, congratulations. Welcome back. And again, the good thing with this hobby is I see so many good people have to leave for particular reasons and then come back into it. And it's great to see people come back. You know, it's one of those hobbies which I think is great, teaches you patience and perseverance and persistence. You know, it's a great hobby.
Ridiculous reptiles.
Yeah.
First clutch, 2 rainbows. Oof.
Get in. Well done. Congratulations, dude. Yeah. Yeah. The jazz gene is very much alive. Again, it's floating around in certain combos. A few people have brought combos off me last year that had the jazz gene in there. But yeah, it's a great little gene.
What is the jazz pastel, Gav?
So the jazz pastel, it's not actually a pastel. The gene itself is separated. When I picked up this pastel girl, I actually picked up a male and a female back in the day, and I wanted to do super pastels. But the female always looked different, completely different. And so when I started to breed her, I sort of noticed that there was this other gene going on. You get pastels come from her that were just, good looking pastels. And then you'd get some real strange, again, fantastic looking pastels. I was able to get it in other stuff. Like, again, I've got jazz white ciders. So again, when you put the white cider next to a jazz white cider, you can see the jazz influence. So again, it's there, it's floating around. I tend to use it more like Gene X. It's like an enhancer. I don't kind of sell. I've never sold the jazz pastel as an expensive exclusive morph, so like thousands of pounds for the jazz pastel. I've always sold it for what it's worth. At the end of the day, if that pastel looks better than another pastel, I'm obviously going to inflate the price a little bit because it's a great looking pastel. But also the person that's getting that is also going to get an extra gene in there. So the jazz I tend to use as a bit of an enhancer in stuff. But again, really excited to see in the future. I've got jazz combos which are Het Clown, Het Pied, Het Ultramel, all that sort of stuff. So really looking forward to seeing that sort of stuff cross over into the genes and producing better looking clowns, better looking pieds. So again, it's all about quality over quantity and having those little genes that just make a massive difference.
Nice. Can't remember the name now, but you look like a Mojave a little. You're still working that new gene. Would that be the Cosmo Harvey?
No, that was the Thorn. The Thorn gene was basically, it came from a friend of mine, and he managed, between us, we managed to hit a super Thorn. There was Mojave involved in the pairing. Again, just keeping an eye on it. I paired them last season and I missed on the super. So I haven't paired them this season because, again, last season was so crazy. I just wanted a nice, simple season this year. But again, he's done the pairing again. So we're waiting to see if he hits the supers again, just to make sure it wasn't just a genetic, fluke, if you like, just to make sure there is a super. And again, we can be showing that and going down the lines of that as well. So everything just takes its time. And again, these genes, you've got to think, it took Ozzy 8 to 10 years. I think it was 2010. He proved out that the OD had a super. So it was about 8 years, something like that, before he proved out that Orange Dream actually had a super. So this, genes really do take time to sort of work with and get them up to speed. Yeah, nice. Glad to hear you're still working with the Nessie. Yeah, just keep working, keep pushing.
Do you have anything like the rainbow?
Yeah. Sorry, the US, Dave Palumbo has rainbow, and Dave Palumbo's in the US. They have rainbow over there. So if that's what you mean, Celtic balls.
Yeah, Ridiculous Reptiles has just answered as well. Ted from Susquehanna. I don't even. Sorry, I just butchered that name.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. There's a couple of people working with rainbow over there as well.
Yeah.
Celtic, thank you for the checking out that gene. Never heard of it. Still a rookie. We all are Celtic Bulls. That's the thing. Every day's a school day.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, how many times, Mac, have we done a Patreon live, and we've either educated or someone's educated us. It's important to just keep remembering that you're always learning in this hobby. And I think the day that you feel you know everything, you might as well just give it up. You might as well give it up, go and find another hobby. But for me, I don't presume to know everything. It's just maybe what I've come across. So if I've come across, like today, I was able to help someone who had an egg-bound female. Because I've come across it, I can help them. Doesn't mean I know everything. It just means I've come across it, and this is what I've done to do. So, we're always learning stuff. Always learning stuff.
Herman von Helm over in Germany produced the first rainbow back in 2011, 2012. Ted produced the first rainbow here back in 2014.
Yeah, Herman was the first guy to find the project. I don't even know where it actually came from, Mac. That's something that I don't know where that project came from. But yeah, it's certainly an interesting gene to play with, and definitely, it's beautiful to see. Hi from Chicago. I'm hopefully going to be in Chicago in October. So hopefully I'll get a chance to see you guys who are in the US. If you manage to go to the Tinley show, hopefully get a chance to get over there and see you guys.
DNS asking how many clutches everyone's having.
Yeah, good question. I mean, for me, I think I'm into about 30 this year. It's just the projects I want to work with. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what we do, what we hatch. Graham Moore, Gav, did you do a video on spotting Gene X? I might have done, but there will be just for you guys. I know a lot of you have reached out and sort of asked me if I'm going to be doing the morph series that I tend to do, and the answer is yes. There's more coming as soon as I get some new genes, and I've got the hatchlings and I've got those babies to show you. Well, this is how you spot this and that, and then you add this. I'll be able to add some more to the collection, so they will be coming. I'm going to try ridiculous reptiles. Yeah, it'd be good to catch you if you can get to Tinley. So Matt is expecting 10, and Ryan is expecting 3, which again, great numbers. So yeah. So yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty cool.
James Robertson approaching the 11th and final clutch.
Yeah, great.
Nice.
Yeah, 100%.
Michael just dropping the casual 25 to 28 clutches.
Yeah, Michael over there in Germany. If you're not following Excite Ball Pythons, get over there and give him a follow. In fact, guys, if you're not following anyone, any of these guys who you're talking to, or we're in the chat, chatting away, make sure you go on Instagram, guys. Go and give each other a follow. Show some support, some love. It's always good to see you guys supporting and following each other.
Ridiculous Reptiles. Sorry, Gav.
No, go on, mate.
I'll get used. I was just about to say good evening to Ridiculous Reptiles, who's heading out. So he's been quite active in the chat this evening. So all the best. Good evening.
Yeah, take it easy, and hopefully to catch you at Tinley.
Willie's Balls wanted to say you had such a good guide on breeding and the timelines of the process. I used it this season for my first ever season and had 3 good clutches. Thank you.
Again, there's no right or wrong way to do this. There's, like I said, there's kind of a guideline, and sometimes the longer you do this, you'll find that guideline. Some years will change. You'll alter some stuff. Like I had a female who was literally a week away from laying a clutch of eggs, and she took an ASF off me. Now that's only happened once before. So there's always going to be that there's females that throw a curveball, but the guideline that I put out there, you know, it seems to help a lot of people. And I'm just glad it gives everyone a good baseline to work off. And again, it's all data. It's all my data that I find, that I collect, and it is what it is. So I'm glad it's helping.
Fingers crossed for Martin Reptiles. He's only clutched this year for his first ever het puzzle to het puzzle.
As they say, all you need is one egg.
Super OD Enchi het puzzle. Oh,
all you need is one egg.
Fingers crossed for you, Martin.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on Stranger Pieds? I just got a Stranger double het clown pied pos het moray. I'm not sure to follow the pie road. The pied road.
Yeah. Do you know what? I've not really seen a Stranger pied. It'd be interesting to see what they look like and why we've only really seen Stranger in clown that I've seen. You tend to see a lot of Stranger clown stuff because maybe it's the most reactive in clown. But it'd be definitely interesting to see what a Stranger pied looks like. Definitely, Michael. Yeah, thanks, David. Again, you know, the purpose for the videos that I try and put out there, you know, if I can just help at least one person, that's my job done. You know, it's not out there to do anything else but to help people. And that for me, you know, if I can just help people have a better journey in this hobby, that's what it's all about.
A quick Google search shows that the Stranger Pieds look like they're very high white, very little pattern.
Have you got a picture there, Mac? We can.
Yeah, give me a second. Let me.
Said Mac's the tech guy.
Tech guy, apparently. Oh, give me a sec. Try this. Nope, it's picked up the wrong screen.
Do you need me to go to an ad break?
Yeah, we could do ad breaks. That would be banging.
Ad break. Let's go.
So I've done nothing all day but fix this, and now because I've got like,
So
I'm on the spot. Yeah, I'm on the spot.
On the spot. Pressure's on. Yeah. So Max had a fantastic, fantastic new camera upgrade, and he's now on the Sony camera. That's probably what it is, mate.
I've got nothing there now. Look at that.
Yeah, that works.
Done it.
Thanks, Rita. Hope you're well.
Give me a sec. Window capture. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Let me try and bring that in. Let's remove me.
Yeah, so there's a fair few of them that are coming up with the very high white. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Well, obviously, you know, if that's what they are, then I think what you need to add into that is something like Enchi to bring the pattern back, and then obviously we can go over there.
There's another one.
Yeah. Try and bring it up. Hang on, dude.
No worries. Yeah, so literally not a great deal of.
Yeah, probably needs, and again, I find that some clown pieds as well can be quite high white. So, you know, again, it might be worth bringing back, you know, maybe inch into it, yellow belly, you know, and again, try and going down that route. But again, the good thing about this hobby is there's so much that can be done. You've just got to take that route, you know, and go for it. Yeah. Celtic balls, agree. Add some NG, bring it back. Yeah, I think try and stay away from stuff like leopard, fire. They create high white pied, so you don't want to make it any more high white. So yeah, definitely interesting. Definitely.
Mel says some Wheels to You adverts and some LP UK sales adverts for tech issue.
Yeah. For anyone who needs any LP racks, please hit us up on the email, which is lpsales@ballstoyou.uk. Definitely, the dude. Listen, the LP stuff is selling so well here in the UK. It's just great. We've got a fantastic product. You know, like the tubs. Wild racks are now obviously using LP tubs, which is great. JVK racks, they're also using the LP tubs. So it's good to see that the LP stuff range is actually doing really well here in the UK. So it's good. So here's a good question. To improve my genetic stripe project, what would you suggest? Depends really, because obviously genetic stripe is all about the stripe. So I know leopard helps bring back, you know, a deeper black line down the back. Maybe some color, probably going at it with like either a monarch or an ultramel, throwing that on top, changing the color. The problem is with genetic stripe or tri-stripe, you don't want to throw any genes in there that's going to really batter and take away from the stripe. Now, I know a lot of people are doing genetic stripe clones, which is great. A lot of people are liking that. But again, just be mindful, probably another recessive in there. Banana always looks well in genetic stripe. Butter, lesser always look well. The blue-eyed complex, you know what? Probably try special. Special genetic stripe might be something very unique. Who knows? Again, we just don't know. Super chocolate genetic stripe, that might be very dark. But again, keep playing around with it, adding different stuff in. So, right then, there was a question I did see a bit further up that we may have missed, Mac. From Black Shadow Pythons. I'm hoping to hit a vanilla cream clown in about 5 days. Listen, good luck. Hopefully you do. Remember to post it on Instagram. Tag me in it because I'll be interested to see what that looks like. That'll be absolutely awesome. And for those who don't know, and I've said before, you know, always what I kind of like at the moment is I like the unique stuff. You know, there's a lot of people working in the same general direction with the clown. You know, everyone wants to do sort of like DG clowns, or they want to produce like red stripe clown combos and stuff like that. But what I like to see people doing different stuff with clown. There's a lot of people in the clown project, so let's see something different. Let's see some unique stuff. Aussie, you know, for me this season has absolutely killed it with the clown stuff. You know, he's absolutely made some fantastic, real different, unique clown stuff. Don't you think, Mac?
I was looking at I can't remember what it was. It was a post that Ozzy put up literally like yesterday or the day before, and I was just in absolute awe of it. I'll tell you what it was. It was. Whoops, nope.
And again, Ozzy, as we know, works with Orange Dream, and majority of his stuff has got Orange Dream in it. And again, a lot of his clown combos have got Orange Dream in, which I haven't seen. You know, obviously, I work with Orange Dream clowns, but you don't see many Orange Dream clown combos. And I think that's purely like, again, adding the right genes together, you know, working with the right animals will really make your clown project stand out. So, yeah, you definitely need to be working with something that's different out there, really work the clown project in a completely different way. So, Michael, we made some dot combos with Yellow Belly, Phantom Sugar, and Fire as het clowns, thinking outside the box. Yeah, again, great little project, different stuff there. Again, be interesting to see how those genes work together and see exactly what you come up with, dude. Definitely love that outside the box stuff.
It was Ozzy's Orange Dream Enchi Leopard Blade Banana Clown.
Oh yeah. If you notice that animal's got a red outline around all the pattern. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And
Let me see that.
Ozzy, you know, a lot of people were there going, oh, you know, there it is. Beautiful.
You know, that, like, my favorite color is orange, and then to see that deep red orange color around it is insane. That thing is just nuts.
Yeah. And again, a lot of people tend to move away from banana or coral glow in the clown projects. But I think if you get the right combination, dude, I think you just smash it. You know, you really, banana can still bring that, you know, that type of color that we can't really get, you know, other than working maybe another recessive in there. But, you know, it's certainly a great way to see, you know, I mean, that reminds me of something. It reminds me of Ultramal, you know, so that gives me some good influence on Ultramal clown stuff in the future. So, yeah, it's great to see.
Got a few questions coming in there. Prestige really wants to see a pied migraine. Has that been done yet?
Yeah, I don't think it has yet. I think the cryptic pied's been made, and it looked different. Don't get me wrong, but I do think the migraine pied will be significantly different. Next year, I've got an Enchi migraine male lined up with a fantastic pied girl. So I'm looking to make some hets with that. So yeah, looking forward to that one.
Main squeeze reptiles, is tri-stripe popular in your region?
There's a few people working with tri-stripe. We've got a few people in the Patreon who are working with tri-stripe, tri-stripe ultramal projects. Steve Walker up in Scotland, he's working with it. And again, it's fantastic to see people doing different things, you know, out of the norm, you know, working with different genes. Chris over at CBR Reptiles, Chris has got a lot of unique projects on the go, a lot of unique genes, which I really love. He's outside the box thinking. Sometimes he falls back into that standardization, you know, and I said to him the other day, I said, no, don't do that. Everyone's going to do that. Do what you can do best, which is with this project. And he was like, yeah, I think you're right. So Chris has got some very unique stuff. Yeah, the Exantic DG Aussie put out was insane. So that DG Exantic pied is actually a twin. He sent me the picture of the babies in the egg. I was like, dude, you're just going to break Instagram. Just stop posting. Give us all a chance. Yeah, so that was actually a twin. Absolutely fantastic animal. And again, he sent me the pictures of them in the egg, and I was like, dude, come on. You know what I mean? He's just absolutely smashing it.
That's nuts.
Yeah. Again, I've been trying to hit the DG Exantic now. This will be my third year. This is like, I think, the clutch number 3 that I've got in the incubator. Yeah, I've got clutch number 4 in the incubator as well. So I'm hoping to hit them. I've already reserved one with Bob Balls just in case I don't hit it, because I need that one. So yeah, absolutely awesome.
In question to Prestige's, an answer to question, Prestige's question, Billy has a DG cryptic pied. Main squeeze reptiles definitely love ultra tries. Marley Morphs has got a question for you, Gav. What size do ASFs do you feed your breeder-sized female ball pythons, and how often?
Yeah, everyone asks that, and I think they're surprised when I tell people I probably feed between 50 and 60 gram ASFs. Majority of the time, it's 50 gram ASF. When it's not in the breeding season, I feed once a week, and they really grow because they take all the nutrients and everything from that ASF. You know, they don't waste it. They don't. Their poos are a lot smaller. Doesn't smell so bad, and I find that they grow a lot more healthier. During breeding season, I'll offer every 5 days, just because I want to make sure that if she's growing follicles, they're getting offered as much food as they want. Because again, think about it, in the wild, they wouldn't have a regime. If they were hungry, they'd go hunting. And if they wanted to eat every night, they'd go hunting every night. So for me, offering during breeding season, a bit more regular, once every 5 days. Whether they take it or not, at least they've been offered it. But that's what I do. 50 gram ASF. Again, if you go onto Boss Rat, onto their website, they do have a feeding chart which I help put together and send over to them. So you guys have got a feeding guide for your animals. But yeah, that's a good shout. So good question.
Just a couple of goodbyes and good nights from New Gene Balls, MJ Designs, and Celtic Balls. Good night, guys. Oh, and Hunston Herps as well.
Yeah, good night, guys. Thanks for joining. Great to see you all. And yeah, thanks for joining. Make sure you hit that like button before you go. So again, I think we're going to wrap it up in the next 5 minutes, Mac.
Yeah, sounds good.
You know, we've had some great conversation. We've had some great questions come through. And again, it's good to see you all. You know, I'm still here. We're still knocking out the videos. We'll be releasing some cutting videos this week. So yeah, and for those who are on the Patreon, tomorrow I'll be releasing the Da Vinci Boa results tomorrow. So for those who are on the Patreon,
we've also got the newsletter coming out towards the end of this month as well.
Yes, Mac's been working hard on the newsletter, which I'm excited for.
So there's a couple of things coming up in that Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
and more information on the workshops that you're going to be doing for the top 2 tiers.
Yeah, we're going to be offering some workshops for the top 2 tiers as well. So that's going to be some great stuff. So yeah, I just want to say thanks to everyone for joining. I know it's a very short, very, what's the word? Spontaneous.
Both work.
Yeah. Live, but I just wanted to touch base with everyone on YouTube just to say, still here. I've had an operation on my arm, so things have slowed down a little bit with content. But you know, I'm on the mend. So yeah, it's all good. Peter Frost enjoyed listening tonight. Yeah, thanks, Peter. Great to see you, Frosty.
I think you should send out a badge to Patreon to share on Instagram, so it's a free to add to you and shows that we support BTU movement.
Is that the badge that you got, Mac?
I have no idea.
Send us a DM, James, with your idea, and we can sort that out. Thanks for the live night all. Yeah, good night, Chris. Take it easy, buddy.
Cheers, Pete. Cheers, Jack. Cheers, Chris.
Yeah, well, I think we'll wrap that up there, Mac.
I'll say good night, and I'll let you wrap up.
Great. Thanks for
having me.
No, but listen, always a pleasure having you, Mac. Thanks for being a part. As always, the man in the chair, Mac. Guys, if you're not following Mac, get over to Mac Family Morphs on Instagram. Give him a follow. Show some support. It's his first season, and he's absolutely an awesome guy. Thanks, Mac. Speak to you soon, bro.
See you later, mate. All the best.
Cut him off a little bit at the end. Sorry, Mac. So, guys, thanks for joining in. Thanks for all your support. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It really does mean the world to me. And it's great to see you all sort of participating tonight. And again, I'll probably do these. If you want to see more of these, let me know. Again, drop me a message or put a message in the comment box below. You know, we'll definitely do some more of these. But it's great to see you all, guys. Again, thanks for all your support. Hope you're having a great breeding season. And I hope everything's going your way. Remember, if it's not happening this season, doesn't matter. You've always got next season. Okay. But for now, guys, hope you're all well. Take care. And I'll see you guys in the next one.